All right, what's up, everybody out there? This is What's in Your iPad podcast. My name is Cheez Da Producer. This is WeSampleEverything.com, and I'm here with Cypha Omni and Ms.LeD, and let's get started. Today we're talking about Beatmaker3. What's up, everybody?
It's good.
Man, what's good with you? What's good?
Everything good, everything good. So so we hitting up Beatmaker3 today. First off, let me ask y'all, what are your thoughts on Beatmaker3? Like just off the rip.
I think in general, I mean, a lot of people consider it a fan favorite.
I love it.
The capabilities that you have with Beatmaker3. I've always, when I first got my iPad, I fell in love with Beatmaker2 because that's when I got introduced to Beatmaker. And I was like, oh, man, Beatmaker2, this is my joint.
Yeah.
And then a year later, Beatmaker3 comes out. I'm like, oh shit, it's about to be lit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm still sitting back, learning some of the features and playing around with a lot because it's pretty comprehensive. But once it's pretty comprehensive on the capabilities that it has. I enjoy using it. I use it a lot. I think we talked about it on our last first episode, I believe. How we use Beatmaker and how we all kind of incorporated into some of the things that we work on and what we produce and things of that nature. But I enjoy Beatmaker3. I still catch myself going back to Beatmaker2, but
yeah, me too.
But Beatmaker3, definitely. I love how comprehensive it is. Sometimes for me, me coming into the production world, as far as iOS production, maybe a little bit later than everybody else, it's still kind of complicated to comprehend some of the features and how to take advantage of certain things that's in there. But I mean, I'm coming along, definitely. So, sis, what you think?
I love it. I use it for everything. I export everything in there and mix it in there. I mix everything in there and then I pull it out with the final mix and master it elsewhere. But I love it. I love everything. I mean, there's a couple things we'll get into I think it could use, but very few. I think it's the best DAW right now, DAW right now in iOS.
Yeah.
I definitely think it's the best.
Yeah. What's your thoughts, Pete?
I have a love-hate relationship with Beatmaker3 only because I think like it has all the features that it needs. The sampler is like the best on iOS, hands down. Like but like for me, it's just that like I don't know if it's gonna stay on or if it's gonna crash half the time. So like literally every two things that I do, I have to save. But like the feature wise, like absolutely the best. And like you said, like it's for mixing, it's dope because I know a lot of people who will literally take each like bank and put one sound in each bank. I put mad sounds in a bank so I can have like a sub mix. You know what I mean? And because you can access all of those faders, and you could put have it's like having like a bunch of NPCs. You know what I mean? Like when you really think about it, and it's dope. You know what I mean? It's to me like it's the closest thing to like Machine on the on iOS. Like so like for that reason I love it, but because like sometimes it's like a little shaky for me. That sometimes like it just be like have me banging my head against the wall sometimes. You know what I mean?
I know one thing that we talked about after the last episode that we did off air that wasn't recorded. We was talking about how even how some of the instrumentation kind of clashes with each other. We get a lot of popping and snapping. Work with some of the instrumentation in there, and one of the last beats I was working on in there was doing that to me something heavy, and I was banging my head against the wall trying to figure it out.
But if that happens to you, like for me, like the best thing to do when that start happening is render your like your AUV3 your plugins to audio, because like that way all it's doing is reading a WAV file as opposed to like coming up with like trying to figure out like what it's doing inside the plugin and taking the plugin, turning it in. Like it's less strain on the processor or whatever. Okay, because once you got straight waves in there, it's Gucci. But like everything else, like when you got the plugins running, that's when it's gonna go a little crazy. And like for me, that's when I'm saving every 2 seconds because because that auto save it don't always have you back.
No, it doesn't.
You know,
it doesn't work right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do the same thing.
Yeah.
I notice I do get a couple of problems if I have when I leave things in that inter-app audio or whatever, you know, when I leave them in that. So I do the same exact thing with the waves. I make everything waves.
Yeah. You know what it reminds me of? Like back in the days, like when you had hardware and a computer and or like you had an MPC and like a Triton or something like that. And you tried to load the beat back up. So you had to load the disc in the MPC, you had to load the disc in the Triton. Like the best bet would have been like if you had the MP that had the like one of the later ones that had mad memory on it, to just record all your tracks to audio on the MP and then just have everything running, or like record all of it to audio on the Triton or something like that. Have everything running. So you just got to load it in one place as opposed to like having to load up like several different plugins and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like in the iPad, because sometimes for me, like when the plugins load back up, they sound different than they did when I originally loaded them.
Yeah, me too.
So like, but like other than that, like I said, the features for me is unmatched on iOS, and I remember I actually started on Beatmaker 1 on my iPhone, like the little iPhone, like I think it was a 3G or something like that. And I couldn't I made like one beat on it, but it took so much work to make that beat. I just quit. I was like, I'm going back to this hardware. Forget this, man. You know. But Beatmaker 2 for me was the one that really like got me going on iOS. Like, cause I had bought Beatmaker 2, but my phone wasn't working with it right. And then like my phone finally kicked the bucket, and I had to go get it replaced. And when I got it replaced, I was like, oh yeah, let me download Beatmaker 2. And I remember I made this one beat on there with like this David Ruffin sample. And ever since then, like I had a Push 2 in the crib, and I sold a Push 2 and bought an iPad, and like I ain't looked back since, you know.
Yeah, Beatmaker 2 I still use it. I still go in there and take sounds and shit from it.
It's mad stable, stable. Like Beatmaker 2 is crazy stable. I like Beatmaker 2 a lot because like I like the fact that you was able to time stretch in there. Like I was time stretching on my phone on the train. You know what I mean? Like I'm going to work, time stretching samples. Like I remember going to work and people looking at me because I'm on the train like with my hand over my mouth, like, oh my God, because I couldn't believe like the capabilities of this program on my phone. You know what I mean? Right. So it's been on and popping ever since. You know, like
and then when they dropped that 3, it was just like, wow, this shit should get better. Like, wow.
Yeah. When they dropped 3, like, I ain't gonna lie, like I didn't know what to do with myself because I was still going back and forth between the two. You know what I mean? I was hoping the one thing. What happened?
I said I was catching myself doing the same. Back and forth between the two. Yeah.
And one thing I was sad though about is that they stopped supporting Beatmaker 2 though. Like they don't they don't update it. Hell, they barely support Beatmaker 3 now. That's the sad part.
Yeah,
because I've definitely been noticing that too. Because I've been copping some of the sound packs that they, you know what I'm saying, that they offer on it. And,
not for nothing, I don't want to sound foul, but I don't even like the sound packs. But my bad. Go ahead. I don't even like them. Like, and I did a contest for them. They dropped a contest with one of them. I said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna just go ahead and do this contest." But I don't like the sounds.
Yeah, I got a bunch of the sounds for free when they when it first dropped, and I can't lie, I didn't use really too many of them. You know what I mean? Right. I tried. I swear I tried.
Yeah,
I released free sounds. Like the piano, it was nice.
Well, a lot of those packs that they do have on there too is a lot of sounds that you already have anyway. You know what I mean? You already have.
That's what I'm saying. I think if they
certain ones that I grabbed, you know what I'm saying? I didn't grab all of them.
Yeah.
You know, there's certain ones, and there's certain sounds like, I can fuck with that.
But I think if they grab a bunch of sound designers and start, keeping that updated too, that would be dope. Like, cause even the IMPC, they keep their shit updated. They always dropping new sound packs and shit.
Yeah. Like, I just seen that update on IMPC. The update was crazy.
And there's another one coming. They just hit me up because I'm on the test flight with the beta and shit, and they just hit me up. I didn't play with it yet. I'm gonna play with it, but they dropped another one. I I think so. If they do that and they start, even if they just bought some people's, you know, sound packs and put them out there and made an agreement with them, I think they would, you know, that would boost their company up too a lot. But they just they don't even post on their IG anymore. It's just like,
I think it's like there's something going on with them because the head dude Matthew Garcia or whatever, like he posted on Twitter or something that he don't really even work with Beatmaker3 no more. He don't work with Intuit no more.
Okay.
Like he started his own his own company, like where he just he develops apps for people and stuff like that.
So you know what that means. Well, first of all, insert sound effect right here because you know that means he's gonna drop some shit soon.
Yeah.
That's what that means. Okay. Yeah. That's crazy. Well, he's a cool ass dude too.
Yeah, nah. When I remember when Beatmaker3 was dropping and I was beta testing it, I did this video. I was doing these little videos called "The World Is My Studio," and he actually saw it and emailed me and was like, "Yo, I love this. I love how you kind of gave a little peek of Beatmaker3, but didn't show the screen or nothing like that." He's like, "Please keep doing it or whatever." And I was like, "Oh hell yeah!" You know what I mean? Like that's when I was like, "Oh, this Beatmakeristhesquad thing is probably exactly."
That's fire, man.
Yeah, definitely. Word, but I mean, I hope they could get it together though, because there's still a couple of things I think if they added these things to it, it'll be amazing. Like we know you can't really map the mixer unless you go around doing it with the macros and shit. So if they fix that, that'll be dope. If they added a bounce feature, that would be dope. I think their automation could use work. I don't know why I don't like the way their automation works.
You're right. The automation is like, it's because it's that little line thing.
Yeah, I always mess up with that.
You gotta it's like you gotta do it live. And if you don't get it right, you gotta delete it and start all over. Like it's and because like it's like a grid on the there's a grid on the sequencer and there's a grid on the automation. And it'll just throw you off. And like if you like trying to automate a fader with a grid, not a fader, a filter with a grid, that don't work. It's like click, 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 click. You know, it's not smooth.
Right.
And it's so bad that like I won't even do my automation in there, like unless I do it live, like you said. But when I'm actually mixing things, a song down to different things, like I won't even do my automation in there. It's so bad. I just always maybe it's my fingers, I don't know, but
Nah, you ain't the only one.
Because even this, I'm like, man, I can't. Man.
Yeah, and I use that for the hi-hats, like and the rolls and shit. I use that pen. But the pen and the automation, I think that needs major work.
Yeah, I wish I think like the copy and paste could be a little easier too. Like it's to me it's like it's a little tough. Like when like it's some things like I felt like there should have been like a better manual or something like that. You know what I mean? Like for if you have like a sequence or something, for you to understand that like if I make sequence 00 and I copy that and now that becomes sequence 0 and like if I do something to sequence 00 and then like that same copy, it gets that same thing done. Like sometimes that'll like throw you off and you like, yo, but I didn't play it like this. You know what I mean? It's like, well, I didn't program it like this, you know? So it's little things like that, you know?
Yeah.
But once you wrap your head around all that and know all like the quirks and everything like that, it's always, you know, like workarounds and stuff like that, you know?
And there's not a duplicate bank option.
I never paid attention to that.
No, you're right.
Bank.
You're right.
You gotta sit there and
save. I always save the bank
and then load them in. Yeah. That's the way I do it. I think if they add that though, like how hard could it be? But then again, like I was checking out the Lumafusion live the other day. And the lady was explaining how hard, because like one thing that I love Lumafusion, but one thing I think they could use is like a multi-grab on the clips. Select all, please. Yes. But so I asked her, and she actually was answering me on the live, and she was explaining why it's so hard to do such a little thing with the app program. And I'm like, yo, I didn't even really think of that. I'm thinking from our side, it's such a small, easy thing. You could just put it in there, but it's not from their side. Like, it's a lot of work. But, you know, they said hopefully it will be coming, but it'll be the last thing they do because it's that difficult to get that little feature in there.
Yeah, no, that and the update to that is crazy too.
What? Like 6 and 6?
Because yo, and not for nothing, like I had made a video on my phone and deleted the original videos from my camera roll.
Still there.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, I messed up, and then I opened it up, and then, like the videos were still there. I was like, oh my god, like yo, this is a lifesaver.
How good is that?
Yeah. So like they set the game up too, like you know what I mean. But yeah, but go ahead.
How much was Lumafusion? I don't even remember.
$20.
It was?
Yeah, that's when I got it. It was $20.
Because think about the programs that you have to buy that equal or match Lumafusion. They're in the hundreds, high hundreds, like over 5.
I used to have what's that Final Cut Express, and
that's a lot.
Yeah, I got it cracked. So.
But if you had to buy it,
it was like $400, I think.
Right there from the tape.
Yeah, and don't try to get no Final Cut Pro. Like you know, what I mean? That joint is I think is even more than that. So like it to me, it's like it's worth its weight in gold. You know what I mean? Like you know, and like you're not even, and the fact that it's on, like I said, a lot of these programs on the phone and on the iPad. And even if they not, like you can get an iPad mini, like you know what I mean? Like an iPad mini ain't nothing but a iPhone plus. You know what I mean? Like so, like you know, we really think about it. So
I can't live without Lumafusion. Like I love that thing.
Me neither. I ain't gonna lie. Like if it wasn't for that, like because iMovie ain't cutting it. I'm sorry. Like it'll work in a pinch. But
I think the iMovie chroma key is better than the Lumafusion chroma key.
I haven't tried it, honestly. Like I did the chroma key on Lumafusion.
Yeah. It's a little better. But yo, look at this real quick. I got for the new iPad without the, you know, that shit don't come with the button. That shit is all screen. It's fake and all of that. And I'm still trying to get used to it. But it also changed. Now it's only USB-C. So I'm like, fuck, how am I going to hook all my shit up? I'm not trying to buy all this bullshit. New adapters. Like, but I found the hub. And the hub is crazy. Look at this shit.
Yeah, she was showing me last week. This is crazy.
I got headphones in there, the MPC Studio, and the HDMI going to the TV on that hub.
Oh, shit.
That shit is incredible.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Incredible.
There go my little savings right there.
Word up.
But you see, the fucking thing don't have no fucking. I gotta put that hub in it to run anything, and that's
off the only side, off the right side of it.
Yeah, that silver shit.
Yeah,
I'm still getting used to it.
But you could power stuff like with the USB now, right?
Yes, that's
like you don't have to run like low power mode or nothing like that.
Yeah, and I don't have to use the power hub. For the Zoom mic, the MPC Studio, I was like, when I first got it, I'm like, you know, we like to play with everything. I said, let me just plug this shit in with the one adapter I do have and see before I had the hub. Because I had I don't know if you can see this. I had this one that I had bought by accident, the USB-C, and I said, let me hold on to it just in case. So I plugged the MPC Studio into that, and it worked. It powered up. I was like, yo, the hub, that shit is crazy.
That is sick.
Because to have to carry that hub around and then plug it in is annoying.
Yeah, no, that's sick right there.
I'm like, all right, it powered up this, but will it power the Zoom mic? Because the Zoom mic is an audio interface. That's a lot of power.
Yeah.
And that shit powered it right up. I was like, yo, that's great.
Yeah, that's a crazy hack. Crazy hack.
No, that's fire. Nah,
she was breaking it down to me last week. I was like, oh shit.
Nah, that's fire because it looks sick with the slim MP right there. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's my little carry around setup right there.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even use that studio and no computer. That shit goes right into my iPads, and that's my controller.
Yeah, that's
like
crazy.
Other than sitting in the studio and I got like my big M Audio 61 key with the pads, I'll use that or whatever. Like, but to control, I don't like to be slapping the friggin' iPad screen. I like to use that.
Yeah.
So,
plus, you like, yo, I ain't gonna lie. Yesterday, I made a beat for the first time with a keyboard, and
it's a better feel, right?
Yeah, I forgot about velocity.
Yeah,
because I be dead ass just like programming the notes in, you know what I mean, like that, and like melodies and whatnot, and I forgot like that, you know, like if I play a little softer, you know what I mean. It's like I was like, yo, I gotta get back to doing this, you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's why I love using this iRig, this Keys Pro that I'll be using. That's the main reason why I have it. You know what I'm saying? Just much just on screen and beating on the screen with that tangible feel.
Yeah.
And just have, you know, the key sensitivity, you know what I mean, and even sustain pedal.
Yeah.
Having a sustain pedal.
And like, now you got your trigger finger, your M Audio, the pads.
With the pads, man,
that works with the iPad too. Did you need? Oh yeah, you do need the power hub with that, right?
Yeah,
that's right.
I had to have a power hub with it, but shit, I mean, just having that tangible feel, man. Sometimes,
man. No, it's dope. Yeah. To me, it's dope because like it's like it's because people swear by certain pieces and stuff like this, and I'm like, yo, that's cool. Like, but like, you know, like as long as you could do what you could do, it's like that's all that really matters to me.
That's it.
And like to me, like the only thing I really miss, and I don't miss it, is a mouse. That's really it. You know what I mean? But I miss it, but I don't.
Love-hate relationship. Right.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna be able to use a mouse soon because
I heard
the new OS 13.
With the OS up,
You could use your friggin' game controllers and shit.
Come in handy. Like I was going to get ready to say that with video games.
So maybe we should just give a short description of what you can do with Beatmaker 3, since this was supposed to be like a Beatmaker 3 topic.
Yeah.
You know, for those who don't know, who don't have it, you know, because we speak like everybody got this shit in the world because it's the best app ever. But
you can record audio, but you can't monitor it no more for some reason. Like that last update killed the monitoring audio, like the audio input. But I mean, like if you record a synth or something, you pretty much know how it sounds. It's like I know you can do that sequence.
Wait. Am I having that problem? I don't think I have that problem.
You don't have that problem?
I don't think so.
When I record audio, I cannot monitor. Like I don't know what. It's been a while since I actually did it. So like, but I know that was with the last update. That happened. That happened to my iPad, and mad people was hitting me up like, "Yo, what's up with this?" Thing? Yeah, and they was asking me. I'm like, call into it. I'm like, I don't work with them.
Like, I get the same thing, man. You sometimes know? I'm just like, oh my goodness, like my DMs be full with, listen, how you do this? How you do that? And I'm a helpful person, so I try to like, but I can't keep up with it. Like,
I'm the same way. Like,
that's why I decided to just start dropping videos. And now every time someone asks me something, I just tag them. Like, look,
Yo, I remember when I first had Pro Tools, right? And before that I was on like a rolling the 16 track, the 1608 or something like that. And I didn't know what I was doing. I had this M-Box and this laptop. So I said, yo, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna record a song. So I made a beat, recorded, tracked the beat in, and then after I tracked the beat in, I literally just rapped the song to it, like with like this Rick James from the Chappelle Show voice or whatever. Like it was just straight goofy. But I learned how to like do the leads, the ad libs, the hook, and how to take a hook and slide it. You know what I mean? So I don't have to record it. Like, you know what I mean? And I had so much fun just doing this one stupid song and learning. You know what I mean? That by the time people hit me, you know, for like recording time, like I already knew how to do everything. I knew keyboard shortcuts and everything like that, you know. And like I read a manual. Like like people be acting like manuals are like lava. I'm like, bro, the manual ain't lava. You know what I mean? Like I don't care, but I like reading manuals. Like I'll be reading it like, ooh, like it's the best like book I ever read. You know what I mean? Most people act like, you know, it's not that's something you can't do. I don't know.
It's kind of funny too, because I caught myself even in the past too. You go in on somebody's sessions, or you go through their spot or their studio or whatever, and they sitting there working with certain applications and different programs and stuff like that. And sometimes I would catch myself, I'm there just to lay down the vocals and do what I do or feature or whatever. And I catch myself sometimes like, hey man, here, let me get that mouse, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and cue me in right here. Go ahead and move it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, you might as well go ahead and knock off some of that studio time then, man.
Yeah, because I done engineered this for you. You need to pay me.
Matter of fact, just run those vocals off. Matter of fact, I'll run them off. Here, let me put them on, you know, let me put them on this thumb drive, and I'm gonna go ahead and just boogie on out, bro.
Yeah, man. But I guess, oh shit, we got to be Beatmaker3. So like you definitely record audio into it and sequence, like you can sequence like apps, like what else? You can sequence MIDI hardware too. You know what I mean? I mean, like, I don't know, people be acting like they're afraid of like using the iPad, but it's just a computer. Like at the end of the day, like that's all it is, really. You know, like you pretty much do like everything you do on a computer, you can do on Beatmaker3. I think like the only thing I think like you were saying before is missing, like as far as the audio, it's like once you get audio tracks, it's kind of hard to like do subgroups, like. But you know, there's workarounds for all of that or whatever. Like I'll bounce out like 3 tracks, like as a 2-track. You know what I mean? And save as like and have like 10 different versions of the song. Like, you know, one with all the stems, one with certain stems, like mixed together and stuff like that. You know, but I mean, it's what it is, man. Like it's to me, it's fully comprehensive. It's a full door. Like you can't. And it gets there's other joints that compete with it. But like for it to have that sequencer, that sampler,
like you said, that sampler alone is crazy. It's the best sampler on iOS.
It's crazy, like the stuff you could do, like
that editing,
like for me, like the and the time stretch, like on Beatmaker3, like that,
and
like
you got
that
good effects.
Yeah,
their effects are great.
Like I don't know, y'all know about the go-to EQ or whatever is I think it's by Clevgran.
Yes.
Now I bought that, but literally I know how to do that same like what's it called, the Pultec EQ with Beatmaker with Beatmaker3. I just stack the EQs on top of each other, and so you got one that's boosting the signal and one that's pulling the signal down, and you get the same thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? And less processing power, like getting sucked up. You know what I mean? But like it's like Beatmaker3 is definitely dope. You know what I mean? And like even all of like the levels of like fades you get. You know what I mean? Like so you could gain stage and stuff like that. Like it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Like you get a lot of control. You know what I mean? Because you got and you can load the effects into like on each pad. You know what I mean? Like you know, and even before you even get to the effects slot, you can still put like 4 effects in. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. You know, I don't know. To me, it's definitely dope. I hope that they can get their act together and realize that you know, we are sitting on a gold mine here. Let's like work out our differences and just move forward, because like. It's too dope for them to just abandon it at this point. You know what I mean?
It's my favorite.
On to it. Yeah, because some people that I've talked to have just now discovered it. You know, Beatmaker3. Yo, man, this app is crazy. And I'm like, yeah, man, yeah. I'm still sitting back learning, you know, certain things about it too. But yeah, it's like, man, I didn't know this was even out here. Like, man, I could do everything in this. Yeah, man.
And that's the thing, you can, you know, do everything in there.
Yeah, you can literally use that and nothing else.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like and nothing else. Like if you just really just sit down, just master everything, it could be all about Beatmaker3 for you. You know what I mean? Because because that sampler. Oh my God!
And I pull everything into there. Everything goes into that Beatmaker3.
Yeah, you preach that all the time.
Yeah, and it's crazy because the first like 6 months it came out, I didn't touch it. I didn't even touch it. I was so busy with so many other apps that I didn't even go into it. I remember the day it dropped, I was on vacation and I was like in the hotel room and I'm like waiting, it's dropping today. And as soon as it dropped, I picked that up and just went to the side and was like, yeah, I'm gonna just sit here and play. And I played with it that day, but then I put it to the side for months. I didn't play with it. I was too busy and then I was doing work with Akai at the time for the MPC. So I was like, dedicated to that. And then when I finally months later picked it up, I'm like, yo, this shit is amazing. Like,
it's crazy.
I never put it down since. I use it for everything.
You told me when it dropped.
Yeah, I remember like, yo, get ready.
Like, you need to go get that right now. And I'm like, oh, because I was already in love with Beatmaker 2. I was like, yeah, let me go ahead and go grab that real quick.
Yeah, I remember the day it dropped. It wasn't in the App Store like when it was supposed to be. Yo, people was freaking out. It was like, where's Beatmaker 3? Where's Beatmaker 3? And I remember because that day it was a Saturday because I was working at this community center and I was teaching teach kids how to make beats or whatever. And they would have me coming on Saturday, but no kids would be there. And I was mad because I didn't have the Wi-Fi password, but I still had the beta, you know what I mean? And so like I'm just messing around with the beta, like whatever, I got it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like I remember people was freaking out, and they was like it's amazing to me. Like people as soon as it wasn't available, people started like basically shitting into it, like, oh, it's not there, like y'all not dropping. I'm like, fam, wait a day, like it's like it's not gonna kill you.
Right. People are
impatient. We in a get it now like time. You know what I mean? Like I think that's why people like tend to like get the stuff and then because they can't figure it out immediately, they just scrap it. You know what I mean? Oh, this ain't it. You know, like everything gets so end up being like so disposable at times. You know, like it sucks. But
that app is definitely worth taking your time and learning and it's not even hard, but.
No, it's really not.
Yeah.
Nah, because I mean, there's so much you could do with that, man. There's so much. I shook some ice, right? And took the ice and then found like a single cycle waveform in there and turned the sound of ice into an 808. You know what I mean? Because that sampler is beyond crazy, man. And for me, it's so dope because like I have like another sampler that's an AUB3. I think it's a audio layer, but I don't think audio layer has the timeline like with the needle going across, so it shows you exactly where it's at. Right. And the fact that it does that, and even if it's like bouncing back and forth real fast, like that's like to me is like for me that's everything because I can see exactly where sound start and where it changes, so I know exactly where to cut, where to do everything. Like
exactly,
Like, nobody's messing with nobody's touching that right now.
No.
Right.
Yeah, that's the best one out right now.
Yeah, for sure. Because some of my most fire beats that I've been working on has been in Beatmaker 3. You know what I'm saying?
Every I made for your album we working on is on there. You know, whether like I said, I pull sounds from everywhere, but it's all mixed in there and put together in there. I laid the foundation down in Beatmaker 3.
Yeah.
I love the mixer too.
You would send me the screen capture videos on some of the joints we're working on, and I could, I know exactly what I'm looking at because we both working with that same app.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah.
Not to mention, got Ableton link too, so you can sync it with your other apps. So you know what I mean?
Yeah. The inter-app audio on that is stupid too, man. That's what man, I live and die by the inter-app audio.
I wonder why you're still crashing so much, though.
Well, I be honest with you, I haven't really been using it that much, like as often as I used to use it. I did go in and delete mad stuff. Like I listened to what you said last time.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and I deleted mad stuff.
Or you didn't even try it yet?
I haven't really been. I just went in because somebody had asked me, actually emailed me something because he's trying to like export some files and it wasn't working right or whatever. And so I went in and I was like, nah, it works fine on my end. He was like, I think just the particular file, he thinks the particular file that he started was just corrupted somehow.
Yeah.
So,
might have been that. Yeah.
So I was just telling him, just bounce out each stem. You know what I mean? Just bounce out each stem. Like you might have to do it individually because, and then, or just, no, what I told him was just take each for every track he got, create an audio file, and then just route all the audio, and then just record the audio, and then just go into the actual folder and grab the samples, and then import that into another one, and you got it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's his best bet.
Oh, but it's definitely dope, man. Like because I mean, it's even got insert and send effects. It's like there are apps that don't have send effects.
Send effects,
you know what I mean? Yeah, you know, and like for me, like if you really want your drums to knock, you need send effects. Yeah, parallel compression. You know what I mean? Like all of that, you need send effects. You know what I mean? Like it's I mean, there's ways around it, but like for me, like I need send effects, and you can automate everything.
What's that?
It makes it the complete package, definitely.
Yeah, no, it's a fact. And you think about all the effects you could stack, like on every channel, even on the master bus. Like, man, come on, like, you know what
so
I mean?
I'm gonna go left field real quick, and I'm gonna whisper because hubby can't hear. But I broke down and bought the Fabfilter bundle for the steep price of $130 or whatever it was, and I've been playing with that shit.
You know what's so funny? Last week she was adamant about like, nah, I think I'm gonna just get
getting that.
I'm like,
I'm gonna just use the ones I have in OREA.
Yo,
I've been getting back my mind. I know she gonna buy the whole bundle. She bullshit.
Man, listen, yo, my father sent me a check for some bread, and I've been like on the app store, my thumb, like don't do it.
I was just sitting there one night, like,
the bundle. Have you messed with it?
Yeah, hell yeah. The Q3 is amazing. I didn't mess with the other ones yet, but I dropped a video for the Q3. I was like, I'm just gonna record all this that I'm playing with. Yeah, that shit is amazing. Because I have the Q2 in the OREA bundle.
Right.
And that's good enough. But the Q3 has some things that are a little bit better. I put that in the video. But yeah, I've been playing with that. And this week I'm gonna start playing with everything else, the reverb, the limiter, because we need that limiter. Me and him need that limiter.
Working with me.
Yeah. So I can't wait to play with those shits. But yeah, I've been playing with that, the Q3 and the Beatmaker3, and that shit is mean.
Oh God! La 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 la.
Mean.
I'm trying not to do it. I know I'm gonna end up doing it, like probably like a couple weeks, something like that. But I'm trying not to, man.
Listen, you know what? It's funny too, because I remember when you dropped something on your IG, and I commented. I'm like, so I remember when I went in the comments, and I'm like,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. Do I even
somebody
want to
was
see
like,
the price?
And somebody. Price. No. I mean, like, people be going in.
So I'm like, you know what? The ghetto came out of me a little, and I'm like, let me put her back in. Because I'm from the ghetto my whole life. Let me put her back in and not disrespect Cheese Page like this. I'm about to go in on him. So I got a little snotty, I got a little. But he realized it, and he added me as a friend after that, and he was like, after, yeah, you know who you are. But anyway, I'm like, but I had to tell him real quick, like, yeah, I didn't compare it though. I wasn't comparing it. I was just asking my friend, do I want to see the price? Like, but, and then all of that, and I'm sitting there the other night looking at that bundle, like, oh boy. And I'm like, I just got this credit card that they approved me for. It's fresh. Ain't nothing on that bitch. I'm like, you know what? You only live once, and I did it. I was like, fuck it. I did it.
Got the rubbing the mittens together.
Now I'm gonna be using those. I'm gonna use everything in that bundle for the next 5 years, like it was me. No tomorrow. Listen.
No, that's right.
But it works dope in the But there's a couple of things. If you see Yoke Hack, he dropped a video. Complaining. You saw that, right? A couple of things.
You can't sidechain in it.
Oh my God, that's major.
Impossible to sidechain.
And that's because of the DAWs that don't do it. You know what I mean? It's not really their fault, but it's kind of like a big feature, like, you know what I mean?
But you can sidechain in Beatmaker3 though.
Yes, you can.
It's like the compressor has a sidechain input, like, you know what I mean? So and that's dope.
But it ain't working right in there for that. So I don't know what's going on. But maybe it's just a quick blame. I don't know, but I don't know. But other than that, it's pretty smooth. Like, I haven't crashed, because usually I crash when I go. The only time I crash in Beatmaker3 is when I'm loading other things up into it. I'll crash once in a blue, but I haven't crashed with it. So far, so good. It works great. So
that's what's up.
That's what's up. That's definitely what's up. Yeah,
it's dope.
Yeah, I'm
that shit hard body.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie. Like the price comparison for me is definitely like makes it worth it. Like, you know what I mean? For us to get it for like $130, whereas like on the computer, like all them apps would probably cost. It's like 8 of them. You might be spending like $1,600 or something like that.
Yeah,
so
you're definitely going over $1,000.
Yeah, easily.
So it's worth it. And then, be mobile with the shit. Work anywhere you want.
Yeah, like, but I got what's it called? Cubases as well, and Cubases got like a few waves plugins in there. Like, it's like the limiter, I think, and like it's like a what is the thing? Like a channel strip, and and like
they're dope too.
Cubase is fire. Like the only drawbacks to Cubase is that like the sampler in there is horrible. Like it's not good at all. But like, and plus like on top of that, you can only put like 3 effects on everything. And in the master channel, they have like their own like limiter in there, and you can't substitute it for another one. Like, that's the only thing that I hate. But like, Cubase is dope. Like, you know what I mean? But but the limitation in it just make you have to you just work your way around it. You know?
Right.
You know, like I was telling this dude, he was like, I wish I could just do subgroups in there. I was like, just bounce. I was like, for the drums, it was like just get a good mix on your drums, bounce them out as a 2-track, and then you got a subgroup in there. You know what I mean? He's like, oh, I didn't think of that. I was like, yeah, it's like, man, I used to record in a 4-track, so like, you know what I mean? So some of those old skills come back to you. You know what I mean? Like,
definitely. I think we pretty much covered everything on Beatmaker3, right?
Yeah, pretty solid. Yeah. I think so.
Yeah, you got this. You covered the sampler, sequencing,
right? That's pretty much all that's missing. Them couple of things. If they added that, that's amazing. But
yeah, I think that's it. Because everything, we did the sampler, we did the sequencer, the piano roll. But I mean, I think, I would assume people know what a piano roll is if they're listening to this podcast. You know what I mean? I think we got it all.
Yeah, I think it's pretty solid.
Yeah, so next week we doing Stage Lite, right?
Stage Lite? Sound good to me.
Yeah, we can talk Stage Lite.
That I still haven't played with. But I will.
It's fun. Like I ain't gonna lie to you, it's fun. It's to me it's dope because like you can use audio units and have like the same way you got the like, but you really gonna love the drum machine in Stage Lite. Like I'm gonna tell you that now, because the same way you can load effects up in Beatmaker3, like on each individual drum, you can do that in Stage Lite. And you can do that on your phone. You know what I'm saying? Like the sampler in there is aight, you know what I mean? But
I haven't messed with the sampler in there yet.
They got this thing. What is it called? God, I can't remember what it's called. But basically, if you like, you sample a sound, it'll like basically like pitch the sound for you, and then turn it into like a keyboard. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So like, I've taken like literally a pen, hit a glass bottle, and turned that into like a little lead or something like that. Okay. And it works. It works pretty dope. And like I said, you get the audio units, and there's no in-app audio on it though. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
I've been messing around with it a little bit. I've got a chance to mess with it a little bit. At first, it was kind of confusing for some reason to me. At first,
I can see that, because when I first got it, I didn't understand that. Oh, I hated it. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I did too right in the beginning. I'm like, man, I don't know what the hell am I doing. You know
now, let me ask you a question.
But I think it'll be kind of nice for people that are probably new in iOS production too, with the tutorials and stuff that they have on there.
Yeah, the tutorials make it super easy. Like,
I saw that quickly. Yeah. I'm the type, when I see a layout that I don't like, if it looks too corny, I won't use that shit ever again. Yeah. And that's kind of what happened with me when I saw the stage light. I was like, I don't know if I like the layout too much, so I just backed off. But I put it to the side. I bought it and put it to the side. Like I'll get to it. You know, when I get time, I will get to it. But
yeah, it's a lot of apps like that for me.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, to be
kind of like some of them, you just got to force yourself.
Yeah, and at first I was like that with Cubase, believe it or not. I was like, man.
And I warned you. I told you. I was like, you're gonna like it because it's gonna remind you of the old school programs we used to use, but you're not gonna like the layout problem. I know you.
Yeah, yeah, and I didn't.
The mixer looks real corny on that shit, right? Like where you open Beatmaker3 and that shit is like, hello. It's amazing.
That's the fact.
Right.
No, I'm the same way. I forget what I know. It's a couple. Like it's a couple of joints that I, like people. Oh, I think Nano Studio. People keep telling me, oh, you gotta get Nano Studio. But then like in the same breath they tell me I gotta get it, they keep telling me, I'm just waiting for audio tracks. And I'm like, and I'm not getting it.
That's the reason.
like how do you make a Beatmaker program that has no audio tracks?
I never got that one either. Usually I get shit and just leave it there and play with it eventually, but that one never interested me. I was like, I'm all right.
Because to me, it's like if it don't have audio tracks,
yeah,
like,
that's
in my head. I'm like, so that means it doesn't sample either.
Mm-hmm.
and like even like, and it's not even really about like sampling the record. It's like maybe
right, your sound, right?
Or yeah, you know what I mean. Like it's like like I'm good, like real good on that one. You know.
Yeah, same thing here. Episode 3 of What's in Your iPad from WeSampleEverything.com. Hit up the IG, check on the beat. Fellas, plug yourself.
At Cypha Omni.
And you can definitely hit me up at Beatmakeristhesquad.
Or
peace.
We sample everything too. I forgot we have it IG. I'll be forgetting about that. We sample everything at IG. Twitter is WeSampleEV. Or hit us up. Check out WeSampleEverything.com.